One other interesting question which comes to mind, CA, is technology preparedness. Both of us used to be management consultants in the past, right? When we used to come into an organization, say, you guys need to do X, Y, and Z to be ready for AI in your contact center, a more modern sort of cloud-based approach, for example. How do you prepare your organizations to be ready for these new wave of technologies?
The recommendations or some of the tools that you're using are only as good as the data that they rely upon. So there's some
Right.
work you can do there in terms of setting up your data properly. But I think where you might also be getting is, there's a lot of companies that they say they do the same thing.
Right.
It's hard for someone to get a sense of like, oh, who's
Yeah.
really doing it and who's
Right.
just saying that they're doing it.
Right.
And that, I think, it's probably some questions that you can ask. You could probably push for low impact proof of concepts to make sure that you're testing, the accuracy of it, the ease of implementing the solution, the ease for the business to work through it. Like a perfect example is something that you and I talked a lot about, which is when it comes to natural language understanding and using AI, to have all these use cases in the call center. Everybody says that they can do it, but there's a difference between a vendor where I sort of have to like start it and then have to go away for 4 months to set up all these scenarios. For each scenario that I want to measure, I need to like program 100 different ways for the customer to say it, versus the players that can actually do this, where it's a simple interface and I can get started from day one.
Right.
And with like 2-3 sentences, the model like adjusts and it will do the work to go and get like the other versions of it, and you're running right from day one, and you've got much better accuracy than what you'd be able to get after like 4 months and these hundreds of phrases.
No, absolutely.